Please forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. So, in Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavan Krishna says on yoga. God Sri Krishna says four things in yoga. Mind balancing. Yoga means God Krishna says it is the balance of your mind. In Siddhi and Asiddhi, in success and failure, you have to have balance of mind and devotion to me. Good and bad, equally. With friends and foes. And when you are getting an insult or you are being given respect, in both the situations, when your mind is balanced, then that is yoga, with devotion to me. He says like this. He says, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangatyakta Dhananjaya Siddha Siddhyo Samabhutva Samanta Samatva Yoga Uchyate. Samatva means balance of mind. Okay. Chapter 2, this is 48 number sloka. 49 chapter 2 he says Buddhi Yukta Jahatiha Uddhe Sukruta Duskrute Tasmad Yoga Yajujasya Yoga Karmasu Kausalam. So, when your mind is balanced, then you succeed in yoga. Okay. Chapter 4. Imam vivasvate yogam praktavana hamavyayam vivasvana manavepraha manurikva kavevavid. He says that this yoga, this mind, balance of mind, and this pranayam, pranayam, putting pranavayu on apan like a yajna, I told to son at the beginning of the creation. And son told to his son, and his son told King Ikshwa. So, yoga is much older than Bhagavad Gita, because before Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Krishna, before that only yoga was there. Yoga means the meeting point to add plus. So with God and soul, when we are meeting together, that is yoga. So that God is older than Bhagavad Gita. Because how will you meet with God when you don't have a balanced mind, you don't have devotion, and you don't know the truth? You cannot get in contact with God. For that reason, because he has given us all the systems to communicate Him. But to communicate Him, only when your mind is balanced, that is yoga, he says. Chapter 4:26 he says, Shrotadi indriyanyane sanjamagnisu juhati sabdadina visayananya indriyagnisu juhati. He said, these are our senses, because this body is being controlled by senses, and senses get power from soul. So they want to get a lot of pleasure from our senses. So these indriya, senses, so you can to control, like senses like ghee, and so like ghee, we are putting ghee into fire to do a yajna. So sense control me, आपको सेंसेस का जो मोटिवेशन स्किल्स है ना, यू हैव टू पुट योर सेंसेस, द मोटिवेशन ऑफ योर सेंसेस इनटू सेंस कंट्रोल system, so that you can control the senses. That he says in this sloka. So these are the sloka these are actually yoga as told by Bhagavan Krishna. फिर he tells about meditation. सर्वाणि इंद्रिय कर्माणि प्राण कर्माणि चापरे आत्म संजव जोगाग्नो जुहति ज्ञान दीपिते. सो ज्ञान टाइप का जो नॉलेज टाइप का जो लैंप है ना, उसी में यू हैव टू पुट सेल्फ कंट्रोल. देन ओनली व्हेन यू हैव सेल्फ कंट्रोल, द सेंसेस कंट्रोल ऑफ योर सेंसेस, देन यू योर कॉन्साइंस द नॉलेज conscience of knowledge becomes more powerful, becomes more lightened. Again, on pranayam he says that this prana vayu on apan vayu, when you add, it becomes like a yajna. Apane juhati prano prana apano tatha pare prana apano gati ruddhva pranayama parayana apare niyataharaha pranana praneshu juhati सर्वे पेते यज्ञ विदो यज्ञ क्षयपति कर्मशः. तो दिस टाइप ऑफ व्हेन यू डू दिस प्राणायाम on prana on apan vayu, so whatever sin you have done, whatever the health problem you are suffering from, that is removed, he says. Chapter 5 2 number sloka he says, sannyasah karmayogascha nishreyasah karabhubho tayostu karma sannyasa syada karma yoga visishyate. He said that it is good to sacrifice the worldly desires for getting me, but if you with your worldly limited desires, self-controlled desires, and with a balanced mind, if you work towards your duty with a devotion to me, then that is better. He says, he divides the two things into two parts. First, sacrificing. Some people sacrifice all the worldly desires and try to get God by meditation, other things by different methods. That is good, that is not bad. You may get me, but if you can do your duty, whatever work you have to do, what is the duty for you, with a balanced mind, okay, because he has given yoga as balanced mind, and devotion to me, okay. So as per my instructions, the instructions I have given, so if you do your duty, keeping in mind all these things, then that is better than a worldly sacrificing life to get me. Okay. Again, he Agyan Chakra to yoga, he goes a further step, that how to Agyan Chakra, activating your Agyan Chakra and keeping mind on your breathing, also that is yoga, he says. Sparsanu krutva bahi bhava chakshus chavantara bhuvoho pranapano samakrutva nyasabhantara charino. So that air, you are breathing the air, keeping your mind on this nasagre or the between Agyan Chakra, भ्रूलता हमारा होता है, आईब्रोस, इसका between the point here, that is Agyan Chakra. Looking at this Agyan Chakra and keeping your mind on the breathing process. If you remember me, that is also yoga, he says. Oh, these are the definition of yoga he given, because some people think that Ashtanga yoga is given by God Sri Krishna or Patanjali yoga, so there is a confusion. So really he has given some principles, some concept that these are really yoga. But later on, to have a good body, because in previous life, 1000, 2000 years ago, people were healthy. They were walking for a long distance daily. They were doing hard work. So, doing that hard work, if you do meditation, the way he told that balancing your mind and keeping mind on this Agyan Chakra, keeping mind on your breathing process, doing your duty without, you may sacrifice world desires, but if you do your duty with devotion to me and with a balanced mind, that is better. All these concepts he told, this was applicable to the people before some time. Now this world has changed. Now what happens? We are in a different lifestyle. For that, Patanjali or this Gheranda Sahita or Hot Yoga Pradipika, these people, they have within these some 1000, 2000 years back, they developed some other kinds of yoga based on the principles given in Bhagavad Gita. So another chapter 6, one number, he says, Anasritaha karma phalam karya karme karati jaha jasanyasi chajogi cha na nira gnina chakriyaha. Means you should you should not have desire that I am doing this work and I should get this karmena badhikerestu mafalesu kadacham. So desire that I must get this one. So this leave the work on me, the result on me, he says. Okay, so karma phala nahi hai. So that is also yoga, he says. Jogi junjita satata matmana rahasi stitaha ekagi jata chittatma nirasira parigraha. So with control on mind, he says in this sloka, chapter 6, 10 number, alone, you try to stay alone and control the mind and sense control and put your mind into God. That is also yoga. Okay, chapter 6 again he says, Atma Pammena Sarvatra Samapashyanti Jorjuna Sukham va jadida va dukha sajogi paramamata. He says, the way you think yourself, the betterment, welfare of yourself, the life for yourself, the development for yourself, happiness for yourself, for all the creatures in the world who see God in those creatures and whose mind thinks that God is there and he considers and he behaves equally all the creatures like himself. He is yogi. So God has given a different concept on yoga. What we say that this is yoga, this is as given in Bhagavad Gita we are doing. So that concept is developed like hot yoga, Kriya yoga, this Patanjali yoga, this Iyengar yoga, power yoga. We have developed many things. Okay, Reiki. But the concepts, original concepts by given in Bhagavad Gita on yoga, that was before Bhagavad Gita was preached at the time of creation. That about that yoga, the creation, that the yoga, actual yoga told by God at the time of creation is being again told by God Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. And that concepts are derived by other people and developed many types of yoga. Meditation like heartfulness meditation, this Raj Yoga. They have, many people are doing Prajapati Brahma Gimari, Ishwara Vishwavidyalaya, Raj Yoga, Vipassana meditation, only breathing control, Buddha Deva, that putting mind in your heart. So all these things originally being told, originally was there at the time of creation, God, because God wants his creation to be beautiful and good, with these five elements, water, earth, air, fire and sky. He wants this to be fine. So he already told about his creation and what is yoga, how to communicate him and how to derive the maximum benefit in our life. He has already told. But the same thing he repeated in Bhagavad Gita. And the same thing, the way, in various methods, various ways, we have developed and presented the society. And that is what I wanted to say today. Thank you. Namaste. But doing that, before doing this, I must do a Sirsasana and Plavini Pranayama. Breathe in, hold, slow, long and complete breath out. Again hold, breathe in, breathe out 21 times. Breathe in, hold, slow, long and complete breath out. Backbone postures. Turn to one side, get off. Vyakra Vrichikasana, Mayurasana and Vyakra Vrichikasana. Om, 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 Om. Vyakra Vrichikasana. बटरफ्लाई और कंदपीठासन। During this exercise, I am putting my mind on my heart. हृदय का ऊपर ध्यान करता हूं और मूलबद्ध लगा रहता है। Slowly, I am relaxing my waist muscles, these thigh muscles, so that I will be able to do Kandapidasana better. Now I am a little bit more flexible. Slowly Om 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 Om। प्राणाकर्षण क्रिया, ब्रेथ इन, स्लो ब्रेथ आउट। ओम ओम ओम। मंडूकासन।